the living. They begin by imposing a narrative line at the exact moment of their loss. In their death, they repudiate and disdain all fatuous notions of closure. I will tell you, and I will give breath to Ian and Karl and state now that there is no closure. The dead claim the living and demand that we travel their lives at our own mental and spiritual speed.
Trauma to a man who had experienced all he could bear. Finally, Karl called to apologize for the delay, saying that he had been on vacation in the Sierras with Helen and their children. Then he gave me a 6-word review that topped any I have ever received from the New York Times. He said, "It didn't make me feel bad." I had always hoped that the book and later the movie might help him, but I'm doubtful that they did. Karl's years of suffering with PTSD probably contributed to his early death, after which it was said that perhaps he had never completely escaped from the onion field. Today I'm extremely happy that this exhibit will help preserve the memory and sacrifice of Officers Ian Campbell and Karl Hettinger, who had both served in the Marine Corps prior to their police careers. So, if you will forgive another old jarhead, a final personal note, I would like to say that if the Marine hymn is accurate and the streets of heaven are guarded by United States Marines, then to the post manned by Ian and Karl goes a shout out of Semper Fi and Semper Cop. Thank you.
Can I ask you a question, Joseph?
Sure.
Why is it important to remember Ian Campbell?
Well, how much time you got? Well, as they say, this was kind of a kind of a landmark case in LAPD history. Never had officers been kidnapped and murdered, number one. And number two, they learned how to treat a cop with PTSD as a result of this case. They had no idea before that. Karl Hettinger had to suffer for years in vain. To his death.
Yep.